This is Talisa, a member of the Illinois competitive cheerleading team. I'll let her tell you more about herself.
Hi, my name is Talisa Chambers. I'm a senior in engineering and a member of the Illinois competitive cheerleading squad. Well, I've been involved with cheerleading for a while now, since I was at least 8 years old. I had a babysitter, and the babysitter was a cheerleading coach. And she was always watching me, so she'd make me do back bends in the backyard over and over again. And I was like, what am I going to use these back bends for? She was like, you can do karate or cheerleading. So she made me go to her practices with her, and then I started to get into it. So it was pretty awesome.
Both cheerleaders and the sport sometimes can get a pretty bad rap. Hopefully, we can clear some of those up.
I'm going to throw out some common stereotypes for cheerleaders, and I want you to tell me briefly why the stereotype is true or false.
Go ahead.
Alright, so cheerleaders aren't athletes.
Of course. Yeah, they are.
Cheerleading is a popularity contest.
Sometimes.
Bring It On was a bad movie.
The first one was good. The last two were terrible. 3, 4.
To find out more about what goes on behind the scenes, I attended a practice at the iPowered Gymnastics facility, which is owned and operated by the team's coach, Kevin Burnside. It's here where I learned that because there's a varsity cheer team, that the competitive team is just an RSO.
As an RSO, we have to hire our coaches. The girls have to buy all of their equipment, any clothes they want. I mean, the store money does help us if we can get it, but it's a lot more of self-motivation because you're not getting a scholarship for it. You're not really getting recognized by the school for it, but we still represent the school.
While at the practice, I witnessed firsthand how potentially dangerous the sport can be, with some high-risk tumbles being taken on some high-flying maneuvers. Yet, Talisa explained that it's always worth the risk.
Most of the time, it's always worth it. It's in our squad, we've kind of learned that if you can't, it's kind of learned that, we have our coach is a gymnastics coach, so he knows eventually how to critique you enough and get you ready to do that skill. And when he thinks you're ready, whether or not you think you're ready, you are ready.
What are some examples of injuries, like really big injuries you've seen from moves that didn't go right?
I've seen teeth being knocked out. We usually have about 2 a year. Yeah. Torn ACLs, #1 injury. Last year we had 2, the year before there was 3. 2 years ago, we had a girl who her lip got completely slit open, and I mean, it was terrible. It was probably worse than getting teeth knocked out.
When I was at your practice, a girl get hit in the face when she came down, when another girl came down, and it didn't look like you guys went over to her and was like, are you okay? Is it because that's so common? And
yeah, actually, yeah, that's one thing you get used to seeing that so much. And if you just stop and go to her and comfort her, that's taking time out of practice to do that.
And though that seems kind of harsh, Talisa went on to explain that even outside of cheerleading, the girls are really good friends.
This year we have a good set of girls. It's a lot of fun.
Would you say it was almost like a sisterhood?
They are. They're my sisters. That's why it's going to be terrible leaving them next year. So yeah, they're my sisters. It's like my little sorority.
The girls practice for 3 to 3.5 hours, 3 days a week, to prepare for and win competitions like this. Talisa explained why all the hard work and all the time put in is worth it at the end of the day.
The girls on the squad and the coach are like my family. It's a lot of physical endurance. You have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to do a lot of tumbling, a few stunts, a pyramid, a few baskets. It's a lot to do in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And when you get off that floor, if you're not exhausted by the time you get off, you're not working hard enough.
See, what's one thing that you want the world to know about being a cheerleader?
One thing I like the world to know? It's great. It's awesome. do it.